In 1498, a man sat in a Chinese prison cell. He had just finished his dinner. He picked up a bone from his plate. Then he did something strange. He punched small holes in one end of the bone. He found some pig hair, and he tied that hair into the holes. That prisoner just invented the toothbrush. But here's the strange part. That was only the beginning of the story, because before that bone and hair, people used some truly disgusting things to clean their teeth. And after that, the toothbrush almost killed people. Today, we're going to learn the secret history of something you use every morning. And by the end, you'll learn 7 English words that you can use in real conversations. Let's go back thousands of years. No toothbrushes, no toothpaste, but people still wanted clean teeth. The ancient Egyptians used a small stick. They chewed on one end until it became soft, like a brush. They rubbed it against their teeth. Simple, right? But other methods were not so simple. The Romans cleaned their teeth with crushed oyster shells and burnt eggshells. Basically, sand for your mouth. The Greeks used pumice stone. Imagine brushing your teeth with a rock. And here's a word for you. Bacteria. Bacteria, tiny living things too small to see that grow in your mouth. When food stays on your teeth, bacteria eat the sugar and produce acid. That acid destroys your teeth. The ancients didn't know about bacteria, but they knew their teeth hurt. Some people even used human urine as mouthwash. Yes, really, the Romans believed it made teeth whiter, so if you think brushing your teeth is annoying today, remember, at least you're not using sand and pee. Now we return to that prison in China. 1498. The prisoner's name is lost to history. We don't know who he was, but we know what he did. He took a bone from an animal, probably a pig. He drilled small holes into one end. Then he took stiff hairs from a pig's neck and pushed them into the holes. He tied everything together. Slowly, it looked rough, ugly, strange, but it worked. This was the first real toothbrush. Here's another word. Boar. A boar. A wild pig with thick, rough hair. The word sounds like boar. Say it with me. Boar. Good. The bristles came from a boar's neck because those hairs were strong enough to clean teeth. But here's the problem. Boar hair absorbs water. So after a few uses, the bristles stayed wet. And when things stay wet, bacteria grow. The very tool people were using to clean their teeth was filling their mouths with germs. News of this invention traveled from China to Europe. European traders brought it back. They loved the idea, but they didn't love the boar hair. It was too hard, too rough. Rich Europeans tried horsehair instead. Softer, yes, but still, wet bristles, more bacteria. In 1780, an Englishman named William Addis went to prison. Yes, another prison story. Addis was in jail for starting a riot, and like our Chinese prisoner nearly 300 years before him, Addis looked at his cleaning tool and thought, I can make this better. He saved a small animal bone from his meal. He made holes in it. He asked a guard for some bristles. This time the word is synthetic. Synthetic, something made by humans, not found in nature. Say it, synthetic. Nice. We'll come back to this word. When Addis left prison, he started the first toothbrush company in the world. By the 1800s, millions of people owned a toothbrush, but the bristles were still animal hair, still absorbing water, still growing bacteria. People were brushing their teeth and getting sick. The toothbrush had a serious problem that nobody could solve. Until 1938, a company called DuPont invented something new, nylon. Remember our word, synthetic. Nylon is completely synthetic. It doesn't absorb water. Bacteria can't grow on it as easily. It was the perfect material for toothbrush bristles. They called it Dr. West's Miracle Tuft Toothbrush. Marketing was different back then. This was the toothbrush that changed everything. Cheap to make, easy to clean, no more boar hair, no more horsehair, no more bacteria. For the first time, brushing your teeth was actually hygienic. And here's the final new word for today, decay. Decay, when something slowly breaks down and rots. Tooth decay. That's what happens when you don't brush. The word sounds like decay. From that prison bone in 1498 to the nylon brush in 1938, it took 440 years to make a tool that actually did its job safely. Vocabulary recap. Alright, let's review. Today, you heard a story and you learned 7 words. Let's say them together. Bacteria. Tiny living things, too small to see, that can cause disease. Bacteria grow on wet toothbrush bristles. Boar. A wild pig with thick, rough hair. The first toothbrushes used boar hair. Synthetic, made by humans, not found in nature. Nylon is a synthetic material. Decay. Slowly breaking down and rotting. Sugar causes tooth decay. Hygienic. Clean and healthy, free from germs. Nylon bristles finally made toothbrushes hygienic. Bristle. A short, stiff hair or fiber. The bristles on your toothbrush are made of nylon. Acid. A chemical that can burn or break things down. Bacteria in your mouth produce acid. Say each word one more time with me. Bacteria, boar, synthetic, decay, hygienic, bristle, acid. So the next time you pick up your toothbrush, think about that prisoner in 1498, a bone, some pig hair, and an idea. Human progress is a story of trial and error. It took centuries, 2 prisoners, and a lot of bad ideas before someone got it right. If you enjoyed this story, you'll love what's coming next. Because the toothbrush isn't the only everyday object with a secret past. Tell me in the comments, what object should I explore next? The pencil, the umbrella, sticky notes? I read every comment. And if you want to keep learning English through real stories, subscribe. New stories coming soon. See you in the next one.